Supernanny Jo Frost tells parents they need to wise up on potty training. Hello friends, I am welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Jo Frost has urged parents to tackle potty training earlier, sparking debate over readiness, consistency, and avoiding delays. Parenting icon Jo Frost, best known as the original Supernanny, has reignited the potty training debate with her strong stance on when and how parents should ditch nappies. The childcare expert insists it's all about consistency and encourages mums and dads to wise up and embrace this milestone sooner rather than later. In a recent Instagram post, Frost shared her no-nonsense approach, claiming that in her 40 years of potty training experience, it's never taken her longer than a week to teach a child the skill. She also urged parents to consider using a travel potty to maintain consistency when out and about, arguing that disruptions to routine can slow the process. Frost's comments align with findings from the charity Kindred, which revealed that of teachers have at least one child in their class still in nappies. Half of the surveyed educators also reported spending lesson time managing children's personal hygiene instead of teaching. However, not everyone agrees with Frost's firm stance. Critics argued her comments didn't account for individual circumstances or challenges some families face. One user wrote, "Every child is different, every parent parents differently. Yes, there are milestones, but there are many reasons for differences. This post feels condescending." Another parent added, "I won't be pushing my child's milestones. Encouraging, yes, but not pushing all for the nappy costs. I'm happy to spend on nappies until she is ready." So, when should parents start potty training? While you're eager to whip that nappy off, your little one may not be so ready to let go, as it were. Your toddler doesn't have sufficiently mature muscle or neurological systems to control her bowel and bladder until she's at least 15 months old, says psychologist Dr. Richard Wolfso. If you can answer yes to 7 or more of the questions below, you can probably consider starting potty training with a really good chance of success. Supernanny Jo Frost says parents are making common mistake that stresses kids out. Jo Frost, aka Supernanny, has shared some of her top parenting tips on her Instagram page, and a few mums and dads may be surprised to hear what she had to say. Expert Jo Frost, who rose to fame with the Channel 4 show Supernanny, has issued a warning to parents about a common mistake that could lead to their children becoming stressed and unruly. Despite the show ending in 2008, Frost has continued to be a respected figure in parenting advice, offering guidance to hundreds of parents, including through her. In her latest Instagram story, she highlighted an issue many parents overlook. While it's often thought that keeping children busy is beneficial, Frost pointed out that overscheduling can actually harm their well-being. She advised her followers to avoid filling their children's schedules to the brim, suggesting instead that they allow kids time to potter and play. According to Frost, packing a child's day with activities might indicate a parent's reluctance to spend quality time with them. Supernanny Jo Frost slams parents for shameful new back-to-school trend. Supernanny Jo Frost has slammed parents for a new back-to-school trend she's seen online and said they should be ashamed of themselves for encouraging it. As the new school term begins, Jo Frost, also known as Supernanny, has issued a stern warning to parents in response to a concerning back-to-school trend circulating online. The renowned nanny, who is known for assisting struggling families, has urged parents to reassess their priorities straight as this unsettling social media trend gains traction. According to Jo, the trend involves parents filming their child's morning routine before school, with children as young as 7 featuring in these videos. She criticized parents, emphasizing that the morning should be a time when family connection should be at its highest. But in her Instagram post, the parenting expert expressed her dismay. She said, "So now I'm watching years-olds doing back-to-school morning routine as posts. Parents, what on earth are you thinking? No, seriously? A time when family connection should be at its most highest. a smooth operation of a well-practiced routine of breakfast together, life skills accomplished, a mindset of focus and attention, and the privilege to be educated. She continued, "It is bad enough seeing how many parents are dependent on iPads and screens in the morning as babysitters, turning into bad habits and chaotic mornings. But please, now this?" In defense of her comments, she clarified that she wasn't shaming any parents, stating, "Allow them to wake with bed head not produced parents." She added that kids need hugs, a warm smile, a morning kiss, not you with a setup camera producing or allowing it. She added, "Nobody wants grandiose children. Do you really understand what you are breeding here in your home?" Performative parenting, a term I coined to reflect such behavior from parents, is not it. A different parent confessed their mornings are too hectic for such theatrics, remarking, "It blows my mind that other parents have time for all of that in the morning. We are up bright and early and still don't have time for a whole production. I just about have time for a back-to-school picture before my son runs to the bus." A time when family connection should be at its most highest. A smooth operation of a well-practiced routine of breakfast together, life skills accomplished, a mindset of focus and attention, and the privilege to be educated. It is bad enough seeing how many parents are dependent on iPads and screens in the morning as babysitters, turning into bad habits and chaotic mornings. But please, now this? Arguing against the idea that this viewpoint is shaming mums and dads, she added, "This is not shaming. This is you can do so much better for your children, and you must." However, the format has caught on, as a number of recent posts show primary school-age children emulating the trend, some even doing multi-step skincare routines, applying heavy foundation, or making coffee for the camera. Others are centered more around the parent's perspective, seemingly designed to show the reality of getting the kids up and ready for the day. But Jo, who worked as a nanny for over 30 years before starring on the Channel 4 show, objects to this style of video too, calling it performative parenting. "Get your priorities straight," she implored. "Let children be children. Let children wake with bedhead, not produced parents. They need hugs, a warm smile, a morning kiss, not you with a setup camera producing or allowing it." This, the Supernanny claimed, it can cause children to become grandiose, as it breeds an attitude in the home that everything is for show, rather than merely to be present in the moment. Although the intention may be to help other families relate, or perhaps to make the return to school more fun for your little ones, there's evidence that suggests filming like can be harmful to their parents, caregivers, or relatives. Sharing information about their children online can have negative consequences for children's privacy, autonomy, and emotional well-being, adding, "Parents who share may unwittingly expose their children to risks such as online harassment, identity theft, and cyberbullying." Furthermore, pressure to perform for social media can put children's emotional and mental health at risk. Report also found that some children were observing the content and activity that appeared to get the most engagement and adapting their posting behavior accordingly, including focusing on the negative aspects of their lives in the pre-in bio. Hope of receiving more likes. Dr. Selena Warlow, a clinical psychologist specializing in neurodiversity, also highlighted the importance of sticking to a set routine each day, which is especially helpful for children with ADHD or autism who thrive in structured environments. "A predictable schedule helps reduce anxiety and allows children to feel more in control," she added. Super nanny Jo Frost slams parents over dangerous back-to-school trend. Super nanny's Jo Frost has given a word of warning to parents ahead of the new school year, warning them to take responsibility before engaging in one social media trend. In a post uploaded to Instagram, Jo, 54, encouraged parents to listen up, as she opened up about a trend that she'd seen online which involved schoolchildren being involved in school morning routine videos on social media. Commenting on the matter, the TV personality told her, "A time when family connection should be at its most highest, a smooth operation of a well-practiced routine of breakfast together. Life skills accomplished a mindset of focus, attention, and the privilege to be educated. It is bad enough seeing how many parents are dependent on iPads and screens in the morning as babysitters, turning into bad habits and chaotic mornings, but please, now this? Jo then urged her followers to think before partaking in the trend and asked them